Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your show, Good Morning Kuwait. This is your host, Abdulaziz Darwish. We are coming to you live this morning from the Ministry of Information studios here in downtown Kuwait. And as usual, we share with you a variety of segments with several reports. I hope and you enjoying and watching us through the KTV2 from now until 10 a.m. And before we start, I would like to greet our working crew and my co-host, Sarah. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Aziz, and good morning to you, dear viewers, and everyone who's watching us through KTV2. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning Kuwait. And today, as always, we have various segments and special guests that we are so happy and pleased to have them with us this morning. So please keep watching us till the end of the program and never go away. So, Aziz, we are actually almost at the end of the school years, and we know a lot of students now they are preparing for their final exams, which is really a sensitive actually area or period of time.
And also, there is an addition, it's not about only the students, even their parents.
I know.
Everyone is preparing for to give them like a comfort zone to just prepare their children just to to reschedule their time to give them like a proper schedule to study, because before 2 days ago I was in Souk Al Mubarakiya.
Yeah.
That time people talk about cheating, to
Okay.
how to quit cheating, how to avoid cheating. So what do you recommend for the
Well,
students?
I recommend, please, dear student, do not cheat. It is not our manners to do that. It's not our Islam manners to cheat. Please study well, and doesn't matter to take a higher grade. Just study well, be focused, eat healthy food, and you will do great in your exam without cheating. Cheating is forbidden. For Islam people, for all Muslims actually, and for us, it is really not in your manners actually.
So you already add the manners topic, and also it's from our religion. So let's talk even about the functional thing. You have dear viewers who are watching us through the KTV2, especially the students. Usually, prepare yourself. Like
Yes.
do like a quick schedule before schedule study 1 week before. It will let you, because people who are cheating they don't have choices.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Exactly, and I know a lot of parents actually they make their kids stress. You have to take really high grade. You have to study well. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is to understand actually the subject, the topic, understand it, and he and or she will do very great. And the most important thing is to eat healthy food, as I mentioned, and also as you mentioned, Aziz, the parents really do really in their best to make their kids actually do great and they study with them. And also the parents, they have to take rest and don't make them anxious actually. And also the parents, isn't it?
For sure, that's why we have to give like a good atmosphere to our
Yes.
children with the good weather also.
And good weather as well. So dear viewers, how about to check the weather forecast with our colleague Fahad Blatabi, and they will be right back to you.
Good morning, dear viewers. Hot and partly cloudy weather expected by day. Relatively humid weather over coastal areas with light to moderate southeasterly wind with a speed of 8 to 30 km per hour. There is a chance for scattered light rain today over some areas. Chances for rain will continue with us up until this coming weekend, at times over some areas. Tonight, it's going to be mild weather, nice, and maximum temperature expected by today, as we can see, may reach 38 degrees here in Kuwait City. Also, Kuwait International Airport, we have recorded 29 degrees, but Kuwait City, we recorded 27 degrees. State of sea, in general, it's going to be slight to moderate, and the wave height by day from 1 to 4 feet. By tonight, it's going to be 1 to 2 feet. It's going to be nice weather if you are planning to do any sea activities, but it's going to be a little bit harder because you need to drink enough water all the time due to the humidity. Expected weather in Kuwait City for the next 5 days. It's going to be hot, partly cloudy weather, chances for rain, as we can see, expected for the next 4 to 5 days over some areas. At times, maximum temperature, we're going to have slight increase in temperature, may reach 43 degrees in Kuwait International Airport. Also, Kuwait City will range between 40 to 41 degree, but for the minimum, as we can see, it will range between 26 to 30 degree for the minimum temperature. In general, the weather gonna be hot by day, relatively humid over coastal areas, but still the nice mild weather late night and early morning. This is our weather forecasting this morning. Thanks for watching us. Now, Let's go back to our colleague Abdulaziz and Sarah.
And now, dear viewers, with Kuna News and the first headline, the Interior Ministry announced introducing the biometric technology at all border crossing points as part of its strategy to use the latest technologies for improving border and state security. In a press statement, the ministry clarified that all arrivals, nationals, and expatriates who are over 18 years of age would subject to biometric scanning before entering the country. This includes fingerprints, face recognition, and eye scanning. It pointed out, adding that the new technology would be applied on entrance only. The ministry said it opened 4 centers in Al Jahra, Ali Sabah Al Salim, Gharb Mishraf, and Farwaniya for travelers who want to register their biometric data before traveling.
Kuwait Red Crescent Society KRCS has recruited 150 volunteers to support the state's various entities in organizing the 2023 National Assembly elections due on June 6. The volunteers from the young to the seniors are eager to participate in Kuwait's celebration of democracy via providing assistance during the elections.
The Kuwaiti mission at the UN headquarters in New York had marked its country's 60th anniversary of membership at the international recognition. The event saw the participation of a Kuwait national music band in addition to exhibitions displaying the history and culture of Kuwait.
Kuwait's pavilion opened at the Benelli Architectura 2023 18th International Architecture Exhibition in Venice, Italy. This is our news for today. Let's go to this break, then we'll continue again.
We came back again, dear viewers, for many reports for us today. A growing global population and changing diets are driving up the demand for food. Production is struggling to keep up as crop yields level off in many parts of the world. Ocean health declines and natural resources, including soils, water, and biodiversity, actually stretched dangerously thin.
Climate-smart agriculture is an integrated approach to managing landscapes, cropland and livestock, forest, and even the fisheries that address the interlinked challenges of the food security and the climate change. Also, my co-host Sarah.
To know more, dear viewers, about climate resilient agriculture, let's watch this report.
Climate change is making it harder to grow food in the Pacific Islands. Fruit trees such as bananas, coconuts, and breadfruit are vulnerable to increasing winds. Crops like sugarcane, cassava, and sweet potato are sensitive to more extreme flooding. And many crops such as taro are struggling as temperatures rise. Climate change has already altered where some crops can grow. Coastal plantations are increasingly flooded by seawater, making soil infertile. And suitable land for coffee, cacao, and other crops is shrinking. As food becomes harder to grow, we must consider how our agricultural systems need to adapt to keep pace with climate change. To sustain farming into the future, we can look to our past. In traditional agroforests, trees help to recharge groundwater, provide shade, and act as windbreaks for smaller plants. Farming like this deters pests and improves soil. Planting many different types of crops also means that even if some are damaged by droughts, floods, or disease, others can survive. To make our farms as resilient as possible, it is critical to look after the long-term health of our soil. Modern soil science can help. Unsustainable farming practices take growth potential out of our land, reducing the long-term productivity of farms and putting agricultural systems at greater risk from climate impacts. On the other hand, sustainable farming practices put growth potential back into the land, improving productivity and making the system more resilient. We can also look after our soil by ensuring it's not washed away during heavy rains. To do this, we can avoid disturbing soil as much as possible and always keep it covered with crops, grasses, or mulch. Sometimes farms can be moved out of harm's way. For example, raising garden beds can prevent damage from salt water. We can also grow more climate-tolerant crops or varieties. In the Pacific Islands, some traditional crops like breadfruit, cassava, and yams will be less impacted by climate change than other crops around the world, like wheat and rice. This may lead to new export market opportunities. But as imported food becomes less available and more expensive, we must prioritize local food for local people. Although climate change will reduce global food supplies, governments, farmers, and communities can work together to help ensure that Pacific food systems are strong enough to support us all in a changing future.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. We are going for our first interview segment. The rise and sophistication of nations is measured by the level of education and also training in it. At what services to offer to evaluate the individual and society. In regard from the importance of the activating community partnership to enhance the ability of the human elements in various fields, the Public Authority for Applied Education and Training was founded. The Public Authority for Applied Education and Training is considered one of the most important governmental educational advice, also that graduates national with competences to be proud of. More details about the Institute, especially about the College of Business. We're pleased to have with us today this morning Dr. Sheikh Al-Ainati, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, College of Business Studies at Public Authority for Applied Education and Training. Hello and good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome and thank you so much for joining us today in our show, Good Morning Kuwait. Our working crew preparing such a script to introduce the College of Applied Education and Training. Today we're going to talk about because in your faculty, in your department, we have already chit-chat off air about the new program you're already providing and creating.
Correct.
So let's talk more about the program in the two sides.
Yes, we have two sides, as you mentioned. We developed programs and we have 4 disciplines in these programs. They are computing,
Okay.
Accounting, insurance, and banking.
Okay.
These 4 programs were presented for the Executive Committee at the Public Authority for Applied Education and Training, and they were approved on April 2023.
Nice.
And then we have another kind of program development, which is creating the program from the scratch.
Nice.
And we have 2 programs in that sense. We have the applied statistics and management with 5 tracks.
So what makes you going to create and develop these such of programs like last April, like 1 month ago?
Correct.
Why you are like now thinking for the new era to just go to this kind of things?
So many things. First of all, we need to assure that our quality of education is there. The development of any nation, as you mentioned earlier, depends on the quality of the education. Also, we need to meet the market needs. We need to give our students a hand-on kind of skills in order for them to be accepted in the market. We have to meet the technological development in the market. We also need to have this critical kind of thinking for our students to foster intellectual growth by providing them subjects that deal with critical thinking, data analysis, problem solving, and such.
So it's like you have to think like how to be a leader in the future, because the thing you mentioned, it's like improving their skills.
Definitely.
Within the program, we can say.
Exactly. So what we have previously, or nowadays, let me say, the education is very traditional.
Yes.
Teachers would probably just go in the class, give their lecture, and the students, on the other hand, will memorize their subject and then go to their exams, since we are in the examination kind of period, and they will simply memorize it and just write it down, and that's it. Nowadays, that's not what we need only. We need to have skills. We need to have values embedded in our students. That's what we need in order to meet the market needs.
And even when you mention about the 4th subjects you want to develop, one of them, I got it, banking.
Correct.
And
Insurance.
insurance.
Yes.
These kind of 2 things, it's like in the market are the similar, but when we talk about the meaning, it's different.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, absolutely. I mean, the banking and the insurance programs are both in one department.
Yes.
But each one of them, they're developing now their courses. For example, they have a new course called FinTech. And FinTech, which is financial technology, is one of the demanding courses nowadays. Now, as you can see, most of our courses now are embedded with technologies, with critical thinking, these kind of skills that help students with their intellectual kind of abilities. And that's what we're striking for.
That's why I see already a glimpse in the 3 boxes. The working group preparing some photos about the meeting. It's like when a huge table and people talking, it's like you are all thinking in the same topic, like you want to create. See, you can see, Doctor, this one of the photos of the lectures, one of the meetings, right?
Correct. This is, yes.
This is like you want, even the circles, I can see the statistics also. So like you are all aiming for the same point, just to develop the students also.
Our program, exactly. These pictures specifically are workshops with the labor market, with both sectors, governmental and private. After developing our curriculums, we sat with them and we tell them, you know, this is what we have and this is what we have up to date with the academia world. So what are you looking for in our graduates?
Nice.
Do you want them to have what kind of skills exactly? So whatever they give us in these workshops, we would embed in them in our curriculums.
And there is also, we're always checking about the demand. I see now the demand in insurance, banking, this kind, even for business studies, the demanding is high now.
Correct.
You can see people, even there is too many lectures, too many events, you will see the events will relate to the investment, to the banking, to the insurance. You will see high demand now these days.
Exactly. Add to this technology, digital marketing, management subject also with the same field. So all of these things all together are required by the market.
And even I had a chance to meet too many like executive directors from various fields. All talks about data.
Yes.
Data. So is it data like it's very important these days? It's like, I know it's related to some certain of the program, but even for the new generation, even the people are executives talks about data also.
Definitely. I mean, nowadays, as I mentioned, the technology and the data, as you mentioned earlier, it's everywhere. It is also embedded in our curriculums. We did have specific courses. We teach now more computing kind of classes to our students. We, of course, give them subjects such as banking and insurance and accounting. These, we call them, as a matter of fact, general business courses, where the students have a general background of their subject area, and then they can go to their specific area of whatever.
That's why. So in your point of view, after you already had this, like I see like it's already successful meeting because people cooperating and interacting with you, you show statistics, like you have like a full observe for everything you want to share. After you sitting for a long time and you're preparing this subject and developing and creating, so in the future, what do you like you say, expecting from the students to develop or to learn how to be in the future, the next 20 years?
A wonderful question. To us, we need to have a graduate with a reliability, efficiency, sufficiency when they work. We want a reliable citizenship. As a matter of fact, one of the Kuwait 2035 planning pillars, exactly, is creating human capitals. And this can happen only through education. So this is how we develop our program. We integrate technology in it, digitals. We incorporate everything that the market also suggests, such as having values, such as being a responsible citizenship, anything that the students need to be good and ready for the market. We are trying to have or embedded in our program.
I know there is people are watching us through the KTV2. They want their children to be part of the entity like College of Applied Education and Training, and maybe they are curious to know about the departments, the majors. What do you want to say to them? Like, what about the majors? What do you want to give them advice if you want to say?
Well, the College of Business Studies developed almost all their programs. Now, all their programs are developed to the higher standard, not as they used to be. Even our measuring tools should not also be relying on testing. There are other tools that the instructor should use. I'm advising the parents to please enroll in our programs. Our programs most likely will take place in the upcoming academic year, 2023-2024. So please come in and join us in our developed programs. They provide a lot of bundles of developed courses. Yes, these are our students.
Yeah.
Every time I go to my class, my students ask me, when are you going to have these new programs? But yes, so now we are ready to launch.
And even there is some glimpse about the College of Business Education and Training. So this is like the library, we can say. This is the Faculty of the Business Studies. Like when you mention something, you say, like usually the students ask about the development program. So how long they already heard about this kind of program? Like 1 year ago?
And I wish I can say 1 year ago. It's been several years ago.
Yeah.
And it takes time because we go through several processes. At the very beginning, we have to do our study. We have to look at, for example, as I mentioned, Kuwait national plan. We have to go and look at a decree establishing PATE, vision and mission of CBS, the community we're living on. All these things, all these variables will bring us back to the learning outcomes of our programs, and the outcome-based education is what we have now in the academia world.
And even there is something else. This is the students. I see like a bunch of people like in the meetings. So who are participating in the development program? I know there is too many, like maybe professors, to assistant professors, students, TAs, maybe entities, maybe government sectors. Who are participating with you?
Every faculty member in the department of that developed program are participating in developing their own program, because they are the subject matters. They are your professionals. They are the one who create that subject. Each one will go into his entity or into his specialty of area and develop the course. And afterwards, from there, it goes all the way to the scientific committee in the department, and they approve the whole program, and then it moves on all the way to the top of the hierarchy in PATE.
What about the program you created, Doctor?
It's the management department. I've had 5 tracks over there. Of course, I have my own teams as well who worked with me. We developed managerial finance, human resource management, management information system, logistics, and marketing. So we have 5 tracks in the managerial department.
So this is for the management and both the courses. So managing and HR, it's very important. They are linking to each other. That's why you thought about some of the subjects are relates all the time?
Exactly. I mean, even with the new subjects, like when somebody hears human resource management, they may not think, well, it's not a new subject. It's already been existing a long time ago. But when I say applied human resource management or analytical kind of human resource management, this is what gives you the edge of PATE, or Public Authority for Applied Education and Training. This is what we're trying to embed it in our programs.
So that's why, like we say all the time, HR with management are always like hand to hand. It's like a complete series.
Correct.
If you have a good management with a very aware vision of HR, you create good people, good employees.
Exactly.
So you're always focusing about the efficiency, Doctor, we can say?
Of course. I mean, it's 3 pillars that we have to consider. The programming has to be proper, and then the educators or the instructors, and then the students. The 3 of them have to work together in order to give you this output that you need. So if the program was weak, then you cannot work with it. The same thing if the instructor is not efficient or sufficient by giving their
good
lecture.
instruction.
Exactly, then it's not going to do the work. At the same time, the student, if they don't have that critical thinking, if they don't have that self-learning motivation, then it's not going to give you that desired outcome.
When you mention self-learning, I know like some of the subjects require maybe workshops.
Correct.
Require maybe research. So you are thinking also about the workshop and the research from the students also?
Yes, of course. It does develop their abilities and their skills. In the traditional way, as I mentioned earlier, it's all about lecturing and memorizing and then examining. But if you tell them, or if you ask them to go and do a little bit of research and use a little bit of technology, challenge them a little bit to do extra step, and that will give them the encouragement in the future to do even more and to have that sense of self-learning.
Nice. College of Business Education, especially for business college, has too many assistant professor and even the TAs. I saw like when you talk about this kind of program, it means you have a huge like kind of HR, too many like professors, too many instructors.
Correct.
Is it the college becomes now bigger and bigger, the students are increasing now?
Well, I should be very honest about it. It's what you provide as an institution or as a college. This will attract the proper students to your college. So having extra staff members or teachers, educators is not going to give you the edge that you're looking for, but educating the educators.
The educators,
exactly, and having the proper tools, the proper programs, having labs, having all these research facilities. All of this will, help you to have the proper outcome of your developed programs.
Amazing. We say all the times, Dr. Sheikh Al-Inati, that good times run very fast.
Oh,
We didn't feel that time. We enjoy talking to you about the new development. Wish you all the best for the next time, and for sure you will be here again. We'll talk more about the development, okay?
With pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
You're most welcome. So all thanks and appreciation to our guest, Dr. Sheikh Al-Inati. She's already Assistant Professor, Department of Managing, College of Business, studied at Public Authority for Applied Education and also Training. And now, dear viewers, we'll go to another aspect. We are at the crossroads, one of the greatest challenges of our time. How do we end world hunger? There are like 828 million hungry people in the world, including 349 million people facing severe hunger. This is the largest global food crisis in the modern history. So how do we end the world hunger? Let's watch this following report to give more awareness. They will be right back again.
And we came back again, dear viewers, with our second interview segment with our special guest for today. The Women Engineers Committee of the Kuwait Society of Engineers plays essential roles in the areas of community awareness, and that is through organizing and holding many events, activities, and awareness seminars that enhance society awareness of important issues of topics in various fields. We will know more about these events and their goals through our dear guest for today, Engineer Maryam Qasim. She is a member of the Kuwait Society of Engineers. So hello and good morning, Maryam.
Hello, good morning.
We are so happy to have you with us this morning.
Thank you for hosting for this interview.
So first of all, Maryam, before we talk about Kuwait Society of Engineers, the committee actually, and the engineers I love, actually, the society I love, and also about the Kuwait Women's Day. Before that, we would like to know about yourself. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Engineer Maryam Qasim, member of Relation Community of Engineering Society of Kuwait. And in the personal, I work in the civil defense as a chemical engineer.
That's amazing. So since when you are like a member of Kuwait Society of Engineers?
2012.
Long time ago.
Yes, long time ago.
Like almost 11 years.
Yes.
So we'd like to know more about the female or the women committee in the Kuwait Society of Engineers. When actually it established, Maryam?
Yes. The community of female and engineering society is established in 2006. It is one of the basic community in the engineering society. The engineering society of Kuwaiting is establishing also in November in 1962, but the female is established in 2006.
2006. So what about its activities, its objects actually?
Yes, it's all about the main object of the female. The main object of the female community is it's to
let's say
to activating the role of the female in the professional participate.
Amazing.
Also, the engage them in the engineering society and. Driven the diversity between the male and female of the opportunity of the high level participate, professional participate.
That's a great, actually great object for the committee. So last week, Engineer Maryam, we celebrated the Kuwaiti Women's Day. like in 16th of
16th
May.
of May, yes. This
Yes, so-
16th of May is the International Women's Day.
Exactly.
That so that the Kuwaiti Engineering Society highlighted this day by the posting some post in the social media is talking about the achievement of the woman, Kuwaiti engineering woman.
Yes.
Also, they provide the training courses or a training workshop. It's not about the professionals. Professionals only. It's almost about the personal, how to
Open up for the
yes,
for the
yes,
society.
yes.
So it is, let's say, the activities of the female committee, the Kuwait Society of Engineers, what you have done actually, like in 16th of May last week, isn't it? This is what the activities you've done actually?
It's almost about the workshop right
Yes.
now.
Okay.
Because
workshops.
you know, right now is vacation and just almost women's and almost we have the work and now
That's
is
amazing. So what is the importance, Engineer Mariam, of the Kuwaiti Women's Day, let's say?
the importance way is only the playing role for creating and carrying the different view in the one table and exchange the knowledge. Also, it's about the leadership volunteering, because now they are the culture of leadership volunteering of the new generation. This is the leader. This is the volunteering of today. Tomorrow they are a leader. Yeah.
Exactly, Engineer Mariam. So, in your opinion, Engineer, what is the role of Kuwait women in promoting and rooting actually the value of voluntary in the society?
This is the value, is talking about the value awareness. This is
Yes.
awareness is just impress the public issues. This is the public issue. Maybe they need to positive change and need to exchange from next level to another. Also, it's help in same issues, and by providing what's the activity that Kuwaiti engineering societies provide, even it's locally or internationally.
That's amazing. So, Engineer Mariam, there's a statistics said that more than 4,000 Kuwaiti female engineers actually enter too many
Yes,
fields.
I am proud for that,
Yes.
because this is showing the highest showcasing the number of the female engineering that apply and register in the Kuwait Engineering Society,
Yes.
even in the Arab Engineering Society. So this is make the activing rule for the highest mindset of the female engineering, and engaging in this engaging in engineering society, so we can make a less diversity for the gender competition between male and female.
Exactly.
This is give high chances opportunity for leadership work and leadership administration work.
And Kuwait women can do that.
Yes, Kuwait women can do that. When you see that CEOs of the KMBC, for example,
Yes.
we see engineer Wadha Al-Khatib is only the women of CEOs right now. We hope that this number is increasing.
Inshallah, in the near future, and we can do that, as we said, Engineer Mariam. So, in your opinion, actually, there's a lot of challenges for sure that faces Kuwaiti female in various fields. So, what is the let's say the worst challenges that the Kuwaiti female are facing right now?
The main challenge is just to have the balance between the work time and family friend time, between the professional time, professional participate time,
Yes.
and the personal time.
Yes.
Also, in the engineering sector, some jobs need extra work and extra effort.
Yes.
This is give less chance for the woman or the female to have a high level in the professional participate, or in the professional high participate jobs.
So let's say it's like a challenge between
Yes,
let's say the personal life and the business life. Even if she entered the motherhood, it's going to be
Yes,
more worse about that. And
That's-
also she can do that.
Yes, that's we talking in the last event for the Kuwaitis for the National Women Day.
Oh, okay. Can you elaborate more?
Yes.
What you have talked more about that?
We talk about the mother of the mothers of engineering, or how can they succeed in the life? How
In
can
their
they balance their time?
That's amazing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of, like, let's say, future mother engineers, they learned from the previous ones, and how actually they continue about what are they doing actually in the engineering field and also in the family field. So tell us more about the role of Kuwait women in participating actually in setting and implementing the country's development plans. Engineer Mariam.
Yes. Nowadays, they are creating and carrying the different views, and it's carrying in the one table, exchange the knowledge. Also, they cooperate with together to get and lead the right vision and the right vision that they are drawing, also that they are drawing and with the engineering society's activities, even this activities I told you is locally or globally. Also, they succeed right now and write the achievement, write the book of achievement, write the list of achievement of the to show. And maybe that can be driven for any young female engineering in the future.
That's a great engineer, Mariam. So let's talk about you now, Engineer Mariam. You said in the introduction that you've been working or volunteering actually in Kuwait Society of Engineers since 2012.
And but in another community, not in the relationship community.
So tell us about your experience about voluntary work as an engineer, as a female engineer.
It's given me many chances of having the training. Also, a training that I have it from Kuwaiti Engineering Society, from workshop, from the conference, from transfer the knowledge between other. Also, when you get some information, various information from another country, not from another conference country, not
only in
Kuwait. Yes.
That's amazing, and you met too many friends there, isn't it? Your colleagues.
Not too much.
We can see.
Not too much, because I work under the shadow.
Why is that?
Now 2 years I work right now.
Inshallah, because we can see like in the screen there are too many from our colleagues actually, female engineers. They are working so hard to let's say present the name of country in this let's say the beneficial actually society. As the Kuwait Society of Engineers, they are working so hard. As you mentioned last week, how you actually present the Kuwaiti female in such a great event, which is the International Women's Day, how Kuwait women can enter too many fields, various fields, and she can do whatever she wants to do, because she is really strong and she is willing to do that in a really perfect way. That's what you are, let's say, the message you are trying to reach for all the Kuwaiti female, whether they are engineers or non-engineers. That's amazing. So what is your, let's say, future agenda in Kuwait Society of Engineers?
The future agenda right now is get more the benefit and help to help the young engineering for awareness of leadership, volunteering.
Yes.
This is right now our agenda, and our agenda in our committee, relationship committee.
Yes. What about the women committee? Are there any future plans for them, or only the Women's Day?
They have their own future
plans.
Plans. It's almost about the providing the diversity, provide the more opportunity in the professional participate in their
Yes.
work, or a professional engineering society. They have a vision for equality between men and women, so that both of them can be support the Kuwait society.
That's amazing. Since 2012, you are in Kuwait Society of Engineers and you learned too many stuff. So what is your advice for the younger engineers who actually will graduate this year? About the voluntary work and in general.
And I started with the Kuwait Engineering Society in the Young Engineer. It's like a baby project. I learn some tools, some experience I take from another committee. Then I just upgraded them in the relationship community, and then the female community. My advice of them: try to take each awareness, each workshop that the Kuwait Society will provide you, because it's help us in our skills, and it's train us to how to become a professional in our engineering society.
Yes.
Next step is become leadership, and leadership, I mean leader by the group of the community. That's why you learn some skills, life skills.
Yes.
Not always the professional skills, also the life skills.
Also in the life skills. That's really amazing and a golden advice from you, Engineer Mariam. Do you have any last word before we finish our interview?
No, thank you. Thank you for hosting this interview.
You are most welcome, Engineer Mariam Qasim. Big thanks and appreciation to our engineer from Kuwait Society of Engineers, a member in the Women Committee and also the Public Relation Committee. So, dear viewers, don't go away. Let's have this tiny little break and then we'll move on.
Good morning. I am Dr. Jean Al-Ashar, Assistant Professor at the Petroleum Engineering Department at the Australian University. Welcome to the exhibition of Engineering Student Graduation Project for Spring Semester, which is under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Hamad Al-Adwani, Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research. We are glad to have you with us, mainly to witness the success and creativity of our 250 students, the future engineers, who are working on 55 different projects covering different topics in science and engineering, such as digitalization, sustainability, smart cities, environment protection, process optimization, process design. All those projects are trying to tackle national and international issues, and the great outcomes of our project attest to the success and great determination of our students. I wish you a great journey and enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hussein Jassim Al-Shati from Petroleum Engineering Department in Australian University. Today we're going to talk about one of the main problems in Kuwait, which is petroleum sludge. So usually petroleum companies, they are treating the petroleum sludge in different ways, but all these ways can cause pollution. So today we think about an idea so we can take a benefit from this petroleum sludge. What is the idea? So the idea of our project is how to convert the petroleum sludge into methane. So by putting it in the digester, anaerobic digestion, mixed with the animal manure, we can get methane, which is biogas. So this biogas, we can use it in different applications. Like we can use it in electricity for the industries, petroleum industries. We can use it in the heater as a fuel, heaters, reactors, and even the ashes, which will be in the reactors, we can use it for crops.
Hello, my name is Abdelhadi Shraika. I'm a student in the University of Australia in Kuwait. My project designs a golf car that used to transport a worker or farmer from location to another. What is unique about my golf cart project, it is using a solar energy that is eco-friendly and environmental friendly, and it's a green energy. Thank you.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. A special thanks to our walking crew and the camera crew because they are already traveling all around our lovely country, state of Kuwait, to show you great events. Especially, you see the last report about the graduation ceremony, the senior project for engineers.
The senior project for engineers, as we did like years ago. It was really a lovely
1
time.
year ago.
1 year ago, yes. It was a really lovely time and a big, let's say, big luck actually for all the engineers students and also non-engineer students for that, because we are reaching the end of the school year. And as is our episode today, we've talked about even for women engineers and also about your guest, Dr. Sheikha.
Before we go to these topics, yes, last week it was celebrating the Kuwaiti Women's Day.
Yes.
It was the 16th of May, 2023. We commemorate from until today. We are celebrating the Kuwaiti Women's Day.
Yes, so till now I'm saying congratulate to all female ladies from all around the world, even the housewives, even all the, let's say, all the fields, all the sectors, not only the engineers. But for today's guest, engineer Maryam Qasim, she talked about, let's say the celebration of Kuwait Society to Engineer for that event, for such a great event, the International Women's Day that was last week. And she talked about how actually talk about the workshops, let's say talk to a speech about how actually the Kuwait women can compete men to too many fields and can be equality. Men and women can be equal for too many fields, and she can do whatever she wants to do. It was really a great event.
So I will start when you are finished. Like we are both together working too much hard for the sake for the development. When we speak about the development,
yes,
our guest from public education, from public authority for about education and training, Dr. Sheikha Al-Ainati, she already spoke like last month, last April. They are now developing a new program for the College for Business Studies, and even they are developing and creating new programs for management, for insurance, for HR and managing. It's like managing. It's like complete. They want to graduate new leaders, we can say.
That's amazing. That's why we are so proud of Dr. Sheikha as a Kuwaiti female. And today, Aziz, was really a great episode. You have anything to add, Aziz?
Well, like too many things we want to add. If you want to ask, like usually in our show, Good Morning Kuwait, we're sharing what happened latest in the state of Kuwait about the events. Even these couple of days, you see in the Kuwait International Fair, they have like new exhibitions, especially when we talk about building your house. I know like too many like parents now they are applying for building their houses. So in this kind of weekend, they have like some kind, we call it house exhibitions.
That's amazing for the, let's say, the house of the life for all the new family they want to have their home. It's really great to enter that workshop to learn more about that. And also, as you said, Aziz, we have too many episodes, too many reports, and too many guests, too many special guests. We always have it in Good Morning Kuwait. So, dear viewers, I hope you enjoyed our episode as much as we did. See you for the next one and have a lovely day.
Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow.